Flex. You know Flex. Everybody knows Flex.
We got a different job for you tonight.
Tonight, after I win my championship match, we're drinking cervezas.
There is to be no alcoholic beverages on the
My bylaws, my bylaws book, stay right
Yeah.
here. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, you go do that. Hey, Guerrero.
So anyways,
Looks like we got a wall of cerveza. No cerveza gonna be on the premises on my watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and joining the revolution. We once again come to you from El Dorado, Arkansas. And fans, what an amazing show we have tonight as we are going to present the rematch for the World Class Heavyweight Championship. The champion MVP defending against Chavo Guerrero Jr. Let's catch up with Chavo right now.
yeah, so I got this car. It's like a Trans Am. And I mean, it's really
That's
fast.
nice.
Yeah, it's got a little Firebird on the front.
Can I drive
Hey,
it? Or...
you made it!
Hey,
There
how's
it
it going?
is.
I got the cerveza, man.
You bought it.
I got it.
Thank God.
Good.
I've been waiting for that. I'm
Yeah.
so thirsty right now. It's for
Same.
tonight. Tonight we're partying like it's 1999. Remember,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Do you have any issues?
No issues, man. Except for the guy in the doo-doo brown cop suit. You said rent-a-cop?
He's like a rent-a-cop. He keeps wanting to be her boyfriend. I
It's
don't know.
a whole thing. He's delusional. He's
He
crazy.
gave me
Don't
the gag reflex.
Oh,
don't worry.
yeah.
Don't worry about him. Yeah, he's weird.
Did you get taller?
A little bit.
I know.
Maybe I
I
should. I
feel.
don't know. Maybe I should. Hey, great seeing you, man.
You too, bud. Y'all have a great
Yeah.
match
Thanks,
tonight,
buddy.
all right?
All right.
Good
Thank
match.
you. Appreciate
Have a
it.
good night tonight.
You too.
Yeah.
Good
we'll
seeing
get
you
out of
again.
here.
All right, that all lovely there.
I
That's
know, right?
that's an interesting interchange. Of course, I'm referring to Flexi T Justice. But hold on. This is in Sahara 7's dressing room. What's going on here? Well,
Come in.
There was a knock at the door.
Hey, 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 hey.
Why did you say?
Sahara,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
like the cut of your jib.
What are you talking about? My what?
Hey, I don't even know what it means, but it sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds smooth.
Okay, if you say so.
Smooth just like you.
That's true.
Cause I need somebody smooth. I need somebody smooth to do a favor for me.
What kind of favor? Well, I don't do anybody any favors.
I need a big, big favor from you, and you are the only person that can accomplish this for good old Flexi.
Okay.
I'm willing to give you this
Why?
and deputize you right here in El Dorado.
What? Why?
Old Flexi needs a favor. See, old baby girl has flown the coop. She got a little crazy, and I need for you to beat the sense into her so old baby girl comes home to Flexi like she should. You down?
I do like beating people, but what's in it for me? Like, what do I get?
Ooh. How about old Flexi gets to the cash box and gives you 3 times your pay?
Oh, we talking money.
We talking money.
Oh, we talking money.
We talking beating people up. And we talking money.
Okay, I'm in. Money. and
If
beating
that's the
people up.
deal, by the power invested in, well, something, I hereby, well, this is my favorite part. I'm really gonna like this. I deputize you.
Okay, yeah, stop that all that. Just give it here. Just,
yeah,
just
sorry,
go.
sorry,
All right, now.
So what?
Just all right. Yeah, all right. All right. You just promised don't be
It's
creepy.
it's a deal.
All right. All right. Okay. All right. Now go shoot. Like this is too much. You want me to wear this hat? What? I don't, where's my crown gonna go? Like this don't even fit on the royal robe. You know what? And it's silver. I need gold. What is going? Money, girl. Money.
All right. Well, Flexi appears to have deputized Sahara 7, and this is going to lead straight into our opening match tonight, as it will be Sahara 7 taking on Barbie Hayden, who we saw talking to Chavo Guerrero Jr. Well, here we go some more.
It showed up, right? My delivery made it. This is for tonight after I win, the celebration. Yeah. Partying like it's 1999.
It's
you.
mine?
That's for you.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Hey, man. How you doing?
All the beer, all the fancy important. Is this to celebrate my championship victory? I heard you say when you win.
This is for one. This is my party. I'm the bandit. It's me. I'm the bandito.
And I hate to break it to you, man, but I'm the champion. And to quote the legendary Ric Flair, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
I didn't think about that.
Hey, no, you're the man. You're the man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You
the
got
man.
this.
Yeah,
You got
I'm the
this.
man.
Okay, I tell you what. We're boys. We go way back. We're brothers. If you beat me tonight, I will personally, myself, serve you your beer.
I'll tell you what. Whoever wins tonight, we're drinking beer, right? Afterwards.
Either way, we're drinking beer.
So if you win, I'll serve you your beer. If I win, you serve me mine. Fair? Either way, she drinks beer, we drink beer.
And beer.
I'll take this. You guys
All
can
right.
settle later.
Okay.
See ya.
Hey, why you let us get the beer, man?
That's shiny, man. Oh,
Take the
damn.
beer, take the beer. But wait, you let her leave with the beer, though, man.
Yeah, she's blonde. I don't know. It happens to me every time.
Go get the beer.
Introducing first, from Cairo, Egypt, international superstar, the one, the only, the beautiful queen incarnate, Sahara 7!
All right, well, the newly deputized Sahara 7 on her way to the ring here.
Yeah, you know, are they really fighting over who's gonna get served a beer for tonight?
Well, no, they're actually fighting over the World Class Heavyweight Championship. Of course, we're talking about the main event between MVP and Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Yeah, I'm wondering where's my beer in all this?
You are neither champion nor challenger. I'm sure Craft Services has, some Zimas or something for us back there.
For us? What is this us stuff?
Okay, maybe just for you. I'm not
Maybe
really
for
an
you.
alcoholic.
I mean, you like that Zima stuff. I mean, by the way, I thought Zima's outdated now.
Well, you take what you can get.
Okay.
Sahara 7.
Smirnoff.
And now, introducing her opponent. She is from College Station, Texas. She's also the youngest NWA Women's Champion of all time. Give it up for Barbie Hayden!
My favorite girl right now. Imported straight from the great state of Texas. Not from this place that is named after a different state and has an AR at the beginning.
Barbie Hayden making her way down to the ring here, looking in amazing shape as always, and as ring announcer and of course world-class owner Jerry Bostic said, she is a former NWA World Women's Champion. She is the youngest World Women's Champion of all time.
Her shape is absolutely amazing too.
And she is going to be stepping in the ring with an international superstar, Sahara 7. This will be an outstanding competition showing you exactly why women's wrestling is on the rise here. And we'll have this match for you in its entirety when we come back from this break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. About to have women's action here in World Class as Barbie Hayden, who we have seen many times here on World Class television, and Sahara 7, who is no stranger to World Class live events herself. And they are about to face off here for the first time in a World Class ring, and apparently... Well, I guess Barbie Hayden is not impressed with the deputization that Flexi T Justice bestowed upon the international superstar from Cairo, Egypt, as Hayden goes for the rear waist lock, and Sahara 7 reverses it. Oh man, look at the shot there, right to the face by Barbie Hayden.
Barbie Hayden, she's as beautiful as could be, and she is tough as a Texan should be. She wins right into that forearm shot in the corner now. Look at this, look at this.
Oh, using that leverage. Did she just push up?
You dang right she
Push up
did.
on the top rope before taking Sahara 7 over with the leg scissors.
God, this is a woman after my own heart. Barbie, you can call me anytime, darling.
Barbie Hayden being pursued by several people here in World Class. Flexi T Justice obviously interested. It seemed like Chavo Guerrero Jr. was chatting her up. Now she's got you probably going to slide into her DMs. Barbie, just be careful.
So to speak.
On Sahara 7 now taking over. Reversal there by Hayden. Hayden going to charge in the corner, but Sahara sidesteps it and follows follows up with a big clothesline, which drops Hayden in the corner. Oh, and well, I guess you could call it a rear view from Sahara 7, who then, with a sliding elbow drop, that's unique.
More like a sliding European uppercut, but same thing. Either
And
way,
now
she goes for a
rolls
cover.
up, pins both legs, and oh, look how close she came to getting a pinfall on a former NWA World Women's Champion.
Now, I know that I'm obviously a Texas mark, as it's pretty
You've made
obvious.
no secret of that, and I can't blame you for it.
No, but you know what? I can't underestimate Sahara 7 either. I mean, she is imported straight from Egypt. She has shown that she is an international star. But Barbie Hayden is definitely not somebody that's going to take this lying down. She's going to fight with all she can for a victory in this, as Sahara gets her back over into the corner and is just pushing her face up against that middle turnbuckle.
Sahara 7 absolutely pressing the advantage here she has on Barbie Hayden. She knows Hayden's reputation. She knows that she has got to be completely on her game.
Hopefully that didn't run her face down her a little bit. That was straight down into the canvas.
And Sahara with the stomps to the midsection and onto the back as well. Oh, but here comes Hayden. Hayden firing back as well as the El Dorado fans begin to chant her name.
Surprisingly.
And Sahara supported, or didn't support them. She absorbed those, and almost as if she didn't feel them. And then that backhand strike.
As a spinning back fist, very prominent in mixed martial arts, and she just hit that one straight on target. It's got Barbie in a daze.
A knee strike to the midsection and a follow-up as well. Sahara slowing the pace of this match down, but Hayden,
Oh, yes.
up and over, gonna go sunset flip style.
Yes,
She kept her
please.
down. She couldn't get her legs over the shoulders to keep Sahara down.
Oh, was she?
Oh, and a hit, wow, right between the eyes, literally striking the forehead right between the eyes there with that headbutt.
I was going to say, I wish Barbie would roll me up like that, but I definitely would not want Sahara to headbutt me like that.
We're gonna have to talk to human resources, aren't we?
Why?
I know we are.
Why are you saying that?
Fall-away slam by Sahara, who now hooks the leg. And the frustration beginning to mount from Sahara 7 as she cannot quite figure out the combination to keep the former NWA World Women's Champion down for the count. But that kick to the spine, when the pain registering on the face there of Barbie Hayden tells the whole story.
Yeah, but that, oh, look at that. Still not enough. Barbie Hayden, like I said, tough as they come, kicking out at 2.
Sahara trying again. Says, come on, referee, get out here quicker. But even though he's down a third time, but the referee already in position. That's 3 attempts and 3 failures there by Sahara 7.
You would have thought she would have learned how to roll up here again.
Could this be it here right now?
No. You would have thought that Sahara would have learned after the first time and then did absolutely nothing to keep her down for those 2 other attempts.
Well, she's going now for the rear chin lock and was unable again. Hayden quickly back up to that vertical base. Sahara really not able to utilize the power advantage that she hoped that she would have coming in here. She's got a slight height advantage, which she just can't figure out how to use the leverage to keep Barbie Hayden down on the mat.
Well, and we saw Barbie there. She attempted to throw a back elbow, and Sahara just barely needing to move. Had that sleeper locked in.
Now, look at this. Grapevining the leg with a rear naked choke.
Oh, but look at Barbie. Very
throwing it into a pin position. That's a great offensive, or rather defensive move by Barbie Hayden, but you can look at Hayden's eyes. You can see that she's starting to slip. This is a submission move. If Hayden is not able to break this soon, and again leverages it back again, puts Sahara in the pinning predicament.
She actually did a wise thing there, Barbie did. Is when she rolled back there, she even hooked the legs, but still there was just enough torque from Sahara to go back forward into the advantageous position of this somewhat rear naked choke is what we could call it.
Hayden now able to get back to the vertical base, going to try the elbow shots to break the hold, but again it's Sahara leaping and forcing Barbie to carry her weight. Barbie driving straight back to a corner, about the only way she was going to find to break that hold.
And now just delivering the repeated elbows.
Throwing elbows wild, left and right. Ducks underneath the clothesline. And just meets Sahara straight on in the middle of the mat.
Almost a double axe handle-like maneuver. And another elbow strike sends Sahara down. Barbie's measuring her right now as she's now charging in.
Up, go from behind. They're going to pick up Sahara, drop her straight back.
And right now, going to follow it up with a quick cover. Smart move.
But maybe not quite quick enough. Sahara scrambling for her
deputy hat.
Well, does she think this is going to make her impervious to a match? What's going on here?
Well, let me make something predominantly clear. You are not an officer and still can be struck and it not be illegal.
I think she just put the hand in Barbie's face.
You probably didn't want to do that. I'm just saying ahead of time.
What is it about police officer and security officer uniform pieces that cause people to be delirious?
Yeah.
Delusional. Well, I mean, Flexie's already pretty delusional himself, but...
Hey, watch it now. Flexie is a man ahead of his time.
Well, Barbie trying to go for the... Barbie's being detained. And Barbie says,
no,
that.
she's not.
Barbie's going to detain the officer, drive him with the legs, and he gets the 3 count.
She broke away from that detainment and then caught her with a roll-up. I'm next, Barbie.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout, Barbie Hayden.
Well, there's a reason why she was the NWA World Women's Champion, and you saw part of it right there. Barbie Hayden scoring a victory over Deputy Sahara 7, who is...
I think she's been relinquished of her duties.
Yeah, I really think that she's going to have to go back and have some training. Fans, when we come back, the massive rematch for the World Class Heavyweight Championship, MVP and Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the evening. It is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Class Heavyweight Championship.
World-class CEO there, Jerry Bostic, handling the ring announcing duties for this very, very important match. This is a rematch from the combined world-class River City Wrestling show that we had a couple of weeks ago, in which Chavo Guerrero Jr. challenged MVP for the World-Class Heavyweight Championship. And tonight, Chavo gets another opportunity. And here comes the challenger himself.
The man who is SAG nominated for his work on the hit Netflix show Glow, and looking to capture once again that one heavyweight title. He has always been on the cusp. He was when he took on MVP in the World Class River City joint production that we saw earlier in this month. But now he's looking to take that step towards the main event picture and become the World Class Heavyweight Champion here tonight.
Chavo Guerrero Jr., of course, his pedigree very well known. Third-generation superstar, grandson of Corey Guerrero, son of Chavo Guerrero Sr., nephew of Hector Mondo and the late Eddie Guerrero, a man who continues to take the Guerrero family legacy around the professional wrestling ranks. He has won so many championships in his storied career, both singles titles as well as tag team championships. Basically everywhere he has gone, gold has followed him. The one place that is eluded him right here in World Class. Could tonight be the night? Could it be the opportunity that Chavo needs in order to finally bring that World Class Heavyweight title around his waist and end the second championship reign of MVP?
It's not a matter of if he can. He can do so. He's got the credentials for it. It's just a matter of who can be the better competitor this time around. MVP and Chavo equally matched in skill and longevity within professional wrestling. We know that Chavo grew up in the professional wrestling business, but I think it's safe to assume that MVP has just as much experience, if not a little bit more, in a combat sport, enough to rival that of the legendary Guerrero legacy, and that being Chavo Guerrero here tonight.
MVP champion now for 5 months. And Chavo Guerrero wants to play spoiler for that particular situation. Of course, MVP not just the world-class heavyweight champion, also the big-time wrestling heavyweight champion, promotion overseas in Europe. He often brings that championship belt out as well. I'll be interested to see if he puts that on display here tonight. Both of these gentlemen so highly in demand all over the world. As Chavo's bringing one of our fans in the ring.
Look at that.
Yeah, this is the up close experience you get here with World Class. You sometimes get the opportunity to get in the ring and pose with one of the superstars.
But incoming, the heavyweight champion is on his way.
The man they call half man, half amazing. But he is all champion.
Straight from the 305. MVP is here to defend that title that sits currently around his waist.
MVP has been making that title so prestigious, putting it on the line in so many different venues worldwide. And tonight he hopes to once again be able to hold on to it and to continue prestigiously defending that championship around the world. But it's not going to be an easy task. It was not an easy task when the two of them faced off in San Antonio, Texas. And it will not be an easy task tonight in El Dorado, Arkansas. It never is every time the MVP steps in the ring, because he's always putting that title on the line against top caliber opponents. Fans, if you want to see that match that happened between MVP and Chavo Guerrero Jr., all you got to do is go to the World Class website, worldclassprowrestling.com, and subscribe to our Patreon service, where you can catch up on previous episodes of World Class Television, as well as behind the scene footage, all kinds of special things. We've got the So You Want to Be a Wrestler coming up. World Class Pro Wrestling, the Patreon service, just $4.99 a month, starting there. $4.99 a month. You can get all this type of action.
Exclusive matches as well, and you said it's only how much?
$4.99 a month.
Wow, that's cheaper than most networks.
All right, fans, both competitors in the ring. We will bring you this match after this commercial break. All right, fans, bell has rung. We are underway. Introductions out of the way. This is our main event for this evening. Two world-class superstars, no pun intended here.
No, it very much is pun intended.
World traveled and world acknowledged. MVP, the champion right there. Chavo Guerrero Jr. in the foreground as well. They are known by every single person in this audience today. The world-class heavyweight championship on the line between them. And not only that, but whoever wins, they have promised that whoever wins, the other one will serve them a beer.
You know, it seems like this crowd is not really favoring one over the other.
No, they recognize both of these men's athleticism and both of their reputations. This is going to be a very evenly split match, as the amount of respect that not just the fans here in El Dorado, but really the fans around the world have for both of these gentlemen is very apparent here. As Chavo now temporarily refusing the handshake, as he wants to once again see if he can get all the fans on his side. And he does get a good ovation here, but MVP going to step up and say, let's see if he'll come to me too. It's just about the same. It's very, very evenly split between the two. So neither one of them necessarily going to be able to count on the what we sometimes call as the invisible man.
That's the third man.
Okay.
That's the third man.
The third man is the referee.
It's the third. Okay, fine. Then we'll say the fourth man. You can also reference football with it being the 12th man. You can also reference it in basketball with it being the 6th man. I can keep going if you want to, but you know what? How about we just get to calling the action as it gets underway here between Chavo and MVP.
All right, we got the handshake between the two of them. This looks to be a clean scientific match underway, as both of these men looking for that initial lockup, looking to grab the opportunity. Half of a collar and elbow there. Oh, you can see MVP almost trying to shoot the half, going back to the amateur style as Guerrero too close to the ropes. MVP steps back and waits for Chavo to come to him.
Now it looks like they're just going to do a test of strength here, it looks like.
Yep, let's see where we go from here. Break there by MVP, who immediately puts Chavo Guerrero into the hammerlock position. Guerrero with a lucha roll to get out of that. And, he's twisting it around. I thought maybe he was going to try for an arm drag. But MVP maintaining the standing wrist lock. Another good roll through there.
Oh, good move right there.
A lot of that lucha-style training you can see coming into effect there to break that hold and give Chavo the advantage as he takes MVP down and applies an overhand wrist lock of his own.
Well, it's like we mentioned earlier as they were making their way out here. Chavo, of course, the legacy speaks for itself. The Guerrero family legacy dates back to, like you said, Chavo, Mondo, Hector, the late Eddie, and now Chavo Jr. here. I mean, there's no go without saying that the Guerreros are well known in professional wrestling. And MVP knows that. But like I said, MVP himself, not unfamiliar with combat sports. A guy who is a regular jiu-jitsu practitioner. He has wrestled all over the world. He's a former champion over in New Japan as well. This guy, he's virtually done anything and everything you can think of, from WWE to New Japan and all over the world. That's what I'm saying. This is more so of an evenly contested matchup, skill-wise and legacy-wise, if you will.
MVP right now with control of the match with the leg scissors, keeping Chavo Guerrero on the mat. Referee having to be very, very cautious there to watch the shoulders. Of course, the right shoulder firmly up, and now both the left shoulder as well. Chavo trying to extricate himself from those legs. He's got out of it there with a nice flip, and both men back to a neutral position.
The kip up out of the headlock there with the legs is very well applied.
And you can see that both men, again, this is, even though usually we use this term for gentlemen that have never faced each other in the ring or rarely faced each other in the ring, you can tell this is kind of a feeling out procedure. They've recently competed against each other. They kind of know what's generally in each other's bag of tricks. And now they're cautiously coming into this match, but certainly with a large amount of respect.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a little feeling out process. Even with an opponent that you're familiar with, guess what? That opponent could have gained something new while you stepped away. So you still need to take that little bit of time just to see, and as you said, feel out the opponent. See how far they've come and see what they're bringing to the table.
MVP with the side headlock, taking it straight over and putting Chavo down. Referee needs to get in there and check those shoulders. Clearly one's down. You can hear MVP yell at the referee, count. And
Chavo just barely.
Yeah, just barely there. And a bit of a harsh response there from MVP, but
Chavo comes back though with a nice leg lock of his own, hooking the head in of MVP, who was trying to escape there with a kip up of his own, unsuccessful.
Yeah, this is reversing the situation that we saw earlier with Chavo being within the head scissors of MVP, and MVP struggling to try and take himself out of this. The leg muscles of Chavo Guerrero, of course, the Guerrero is well known for a lot of, besides the lucha-style wrestling, but also a lot of the high-flying maneuvers. Chavo using the frog splash.
Oh, look at this. The athleticism there. Oh, okay. Here we go. We saw this last time.
Yeah, we did. We saw this in their previous confrontation. There is respect, but there is also the rivalry as Chavo rolls through as well and says, fine.
I can do that
There's
too.
Plenty left with me to go, and Chavo now to the outside. He's out of camera shot right now, so I'm not sure where he's going, and he's going into the crowd and taking a seat.
Wow.
Okay, and usually wrestlers do this in the front seat, but we're almost sold out here in El Dorado. There aren't any front seat chairs available. So Chavo just taking a little bit of a break amongst the fans.
Now let's make something clear here so that the people that are unfamiliar with what just happened there, MVP you saw took a little bit of a lounge break on the top rope. Chavo went out into the audience merely as to say, is that all you have? Because I'm watching something that I can sit out here and be entertained by as opposed to wrestling with you. That was definitely more of an insult towards MVP, not something that's too flattering. I'm sure MVP will retaliate for that.
All right, Chavo now back in the ring, and immediately MVP cinches the side headlock. The pace of the match now picking up. Shoulder tackle puts Chavo down. Wow, puts Chavo all the way across the ring. And the look on MVP's face says, I think it's time to get serious. You want this championship, you got to come take it from me.
Well, to be fair, MVP was the one that started the showboating there a little bit, so Chavo just responded in kindly, but now, okay. I think this is actually going to be more of a psychological game at this moment here. Maybe Chavo is just trying to get under MVP's skin, because we know if you can throw somebody off mentally, you can beat them physically.
And we know that Chavo Guerrero had one of the greatest tutors for mental games in the form of his uncle Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, you lie.
I don't lie. Eddie and Chavo learned to lie, cheat, and steal. And I know that Chavo still loves to pull those type of practices when he can.
It's a family tradition.
Of course it is. Chavo with the leapfrog over there. Shoulder tackle puts MVP down.
And look at that, just kind of responding in time. Look at that.
Indeed. Chavo says, come on, I can do it. I can do anything you can do. And I can probably do a little bit more. And I know that MVP is thinking the same thing.
You know, Chavo looks to be in great condition. He has spent a lot of excess time working not only with the Glow audience, but as you can see, the only thing that is hindering Chavo at the moment seemingly is that right arm or elbow, as we see there. He's got the brace on it for protection. But overall, Chavo not in bad shape whatsoever for this contest with MVP.
No, both of these men stepping in here in as in top physical condition as they can be, but as you pointed out, that right arm in the brace from presumably from another match, an injury in another match, and MVP though not focusing on it, instead choosing to go after the ankle, again wanting to negate the high-flying maneuvers and the aerial ability of Chavo Guerrero. Almost a submission-type maneuver here.
Yeah, look
if
at
he were
that.
to turn
Look at his left
Chavo
foot.
over.
Look at MVP's left foot. Look where he has it positioned.
Yeah.
That is definitely a great maneuver on the part of MVP, but it really is surprising to me that he isn't attacking that right arm. Most wrestlers will tell you if they can see an obvious bullseye, they'll take it. So it does surprise me that it seems like MVP's focusing more on the lower body parts of Chavo Guerrero.
Oh, now he turns Chavo over, going to drop him down straight, knee first. And that is going to cause a serious problem for Chavo Guerrero, because if those knees are taken out from underneath him, then he can't climb to that top rope, he can't use that frog splash, and he's going to have difficulty even picking MVP up for any type of power moves.
Do you think this is wise of
MVP with no problem picking up Chavo, though.
Well, like I was saying, do you think this is wise of MVP to go after the legs as opposed to that injured arm?
I think it seems to be working for him right now. We'll see if it pays off in the long run. I think MVP looking to go to the court right early, but no, Chavo has that well scouted, and Chavo going to take the opportunity to step outside and try to recuperate just a little bit from the damage done to that left knee.
Definitely trying to get some feeling back in that knee and a little bit of a recovery time, but this is also giving MVP a rest period as well.
MVP on the inside, Chavo up there,
wait a
over
minute.
the top to the downside. Fans, we got to step away. More action when we come back. All right, fans, we're back here. Action now on the outside as MVP not allowing Chavo Guerrero to rest up and to try and gain any type of recuperation in that knee. Throws Chavo back in, hooks the leg with a bad leg, but MVP unable with 3 different pin attempts there to keep the challenger down. Again, this is for the World Class Heavyweight Championship. This is our main event. A rematch from a couple of weeks ago with the combined world-class River City Wrestling show, and MVP now in control of this match. He has Chavo Guerrero in the sleeper hold, and he's got Chavo down. Can Chavo get the vertical base underneath him and get this hold broken?
We can hear the fans getting behind Chavo here. Seemingly may be in the corner now of Chavo instead of MVP.
Well, the fans were very evenly split, but it does seem now that they are much more vocal for Chavo. Oh, look at that beautiful move by MVP is, again, the target of that knee at any given time. MVP knows he can go back to that knee, take it out from underneath him,
Quick
and
reaction.
then work over it. And now, just without hardly any effort, just pulling down and draping it over that bottom rope. Those are steel cables, fans. It's not rope, it is steel. We just call it rope because traditionally it used to be. But you take your leg and you wrap it around a quarter post, or you wrap it around one of those steel cables, it is going to cause serious damage. Chavo now on the outside.
You heard MVP there. See, there you go. I guess we just got a little bit of insight as to why MVP was working over the leg. You're keeping him from the top rope. Keeping him from applying, or I'm not applying, but from hitting the frog splash.
I brought up that possibility earlier, and apparently I was correct. And you pointed it out very nicely there, Travis. MVP well scouted with Chavo Guerrero's moveset, and knows that he loves to finish people off with that frog splash in honor of his late Uncle Eddie Guerrero. MVP wants that not to happen as he has Chavo positioned in the corner.
Is he looking to aim by for that drive-by kick that we've seen?
Here comes Chavo, but nobody home. Which means MVP, but nobody home. Chavo out of the way. MVP hooked up in the one corner. Chavo in another one.
Oh, but now,
Chavo can't even
here we go.
build up speed, but he is going to try to make some strikes with that bad leg.
Turnabout is fair play, and if you can look closely there at the right leg of MVP, it looks like the MVP himself has a bit of a brace on that right leg, so that may be now the focal point of Chavo Guerrero. Like I said, turnabout is very much fair play.
This match so evenly contested, both of these men so familiar with each other, and Chavo Guerrero Jr. now going to work on that left knee and left leg.
And I want to bring up something that burn, by the way, that's his right leg.
Excuse me. Yeah, you're right.
But I want to thank you. I'm glad you actually admit that.
Every once in a while I have to.
Now, getting back to what I was saying there, we were talking about the effects of Chavo's leg being damaged by MVP earlier, not being able to utilize the frog splash. Think about the effects that this has on MVP. Remember, he went for that drive-by kick that missed, and it's caused Chavo to start going to work. If you take out the legs of MVP, you eliminate that drive-by kick, and you actually take out his finish, the playmaker, as well.
MVP desperately grabbing for the ropes, but how much damage has been done? Chavo slightly hobbled, but MVP struggling to get to his feet, and as soon as he does, Chavo immediately goes back to work on the right leg, but MVP now firing back. Couple of forearm shots, drives Chavo into the corner, and MVP now going to go Irish whip, sends Chavo careening off, swings but misses with the fist.
Oh no, but he got caught with the spinning tilt-a-whirl into the head scissors takedown.
And now Chavo's going outside. Is he going to try to go upstairs with the bad wheel? Nope. Hey, that doesn't require climbing anything. That's just your upper body strength. Hooks the leg for the pinfall, and MVP out before the 2 count really fully connects.
Chavo definitely realizes that he's not in the best of positions with that leg, but he is definitely one that can adapt to his surroundings.
Chavo now with a kick to the midsection. Is he going to try to set up for the Three Amigos?
Yes, we're going to go visit some buddies here.
We got one. Swing of the hips.
But
allows Chavo to take over. Going to try for the second.
Yeah, you don't want to meet just one friend. You want to meet two if you can.
Look at MVP immediately going to the rope to prevent that from happening. And Chavo taking advantage of that opportunity. Just some clubbing forearms across the back and shoulder blades of MVP.
Chavo definitely trying to gain the advantage here. Isn't toe, but a reverse Irish whip.
Oh, again, trying for the big boot. There he goes with it. But it doesn't look at the damage. He connected with it, but the damage done to MVP's knee means that move did just about as much pain into Chavo Guerrero as it did for MVP.
And I don't know if that's wise at this point in tenure into the matchup. If MVP should have used that kick, or maybe he should have thought of a clothesline instead. Something other than utilizing that already injured right leg.
And that's the problem with having some of these moves that you rely on. Instinctually, you go for them without feeling the pain because the adrenaline is surging through you. And then when you connect, you're reminded that hurts, and you really shouldn't have done that. Both men now trading blows back and forth in the middle of the ring. It's breaking down in El Dorado here, and Chavo Guerrero in the advantageous position. Nope, MVP making me a liar right there as he pushes Chavo into the corner. Irish whip, corner to corner. MVP going to charge in, but is greeted by the boot as Chavo up to the second rope. Can he fly off? He flies straight into the arms.
Oh, wow, look at the impressive
straight down, world's strongest slam style. And MVP goes for the pinfall. Chavo with a kick out and grabbing for the ropes at the same time. Either way, he's fine for it. MVP, though, feels like it's about time. Is he going to go to the corpse right here? I think he is.
Oh, no, he can't do it.
He can't position it too well, but he's
it anyway.
And he connects with it. He couldn't build up the speed for it, but he still managed to connect with the elbow. But he could not pin Chavo Guerrero for 3.
I'm thinking that as minor detail as that may have been, usually we see MVP run up for that elbow drop, and unfortunately he was not able to get enough speed behind him there, so that may have given Chavo enough time.
Oh, he's going to try for the playmaker. You said this move may be out of the gameplay, but he couldn't pull it off. Chavo reverses. Here he hits one suplex.
He's spinning around now. We know what's coming as he's looking to visit the second friend now.
2 suplexes connected. Can he go? Can he complete the Three Amigos?
The hat trick is on the way if he can hit it.
Picks him up, takes him over. He connected all 3. At this point, Chavo Guerrero still favoring that left knee.
It almost buckled. It almost gave underneath Chavo.
But looking to go to the top rope to try to connect with the frog splash. If he hits this, it could well be it. And you see the hesitation as he knows he has got to rely on that right knee more than the left one. Chavo trying to get himself in position, but just too slow. The damage has just been too much for Chavo Guerrero Jr. to make it all the way to the top on his own. And MVP now looking for the superplex to bring Chavo back into the ring.
Neither of these men in a favorable position. This is going to be severely hurtful for one or both of these men, actually.
Both of these men working with bad wheels. They're both trying to fight each other off in the second rope position. Chavo really needing to do it more so than MVP as Chavo Chavo looking to be dragged up to the top rope here. Nope, Chavo slips back down to the second. Again, negating the opportunity. Chavo with the clubbing forearms. Going to try to shove MVP off here.
And he does just that. Now look at Chavo. It looks like he's going to
now
try
making his way to the top rope. He comes off cross-body style, but he rolls through with it. He couldn't keep MVP pinned down with it. Chavo runs in, but is greeted with a boot.
Oh, look at
MVP
this.
looking for the playmaker. Up again, fails with it. MVP down. Chavo over, schoolboy style. Nope.
No, he picked the leg there.
He's got both legs negated. He's got MVP in the ropes.
MVP actually went to utilizing some of that jiu-jitsu technique that he's very familiar with. Chavo, he attempted to pick the leg and roll MVP up. MVP, sensing he was in danger, started to apply or get stuck into a guard position there, which prevented Chavo from making any kind of good, secure pinfall maneuver.
Forearm strike by Chavo, but MVP with the Irish whip. Oh, MVP slides between the rope, or Chavo slides between MVP's legs. MVP again trying to block this. And the leverage now, which it, again, just a two. And Chavo now going to go back to work on that leg. He's going to try to soften this leg up once again.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Oh, he's going to turn it over to a single leg Boston Crab. This is a submission hold.
And it's been working on that leg, that right leg of MVP now.
If MVP knows the way that Chavo has his body position when we get back to the wide camera shot, he's twisting that knee, applying incredible torque, and this is causing pain in the back, but also in that. Oh, wait a minute! MVP submitted! The champion just submitted the title!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and the new world-class heavyweight champion, Chavo Jr.
Well, fans, we knew this was going to be an even match, and honestly, a coin toss as to who was going to walk out of here. But Travis, I'm sure that you'll agree with me. I can count probably on both hands and have a few fingers left over the number of times I have seen a champion submit in a championship match and submit the championship away. The pain that MVP must have been experiencing in that knee.
Excruciating.
Absolutely excruciating. And even Chavo, with the pain that he was going through, as you can see him unlacing the boot, which is going to allow him to relieve some of the pressure on the ankle that was worked over earlier for himself. But both of these men, and MVP snatching the championship away from the referee.
What's going to happen here? I mean, MVP just tapped out.
MVP's a proud man, but you got to be able. You got to look after your own welfare. You got to look after your health, and I'm sure Chavo will be willing to grant him a rematch. But what's MVP going to do here? Is he going to hand the championship, or is he going to?
Oh, Chavo removing that brace now. Yeah, he is. He's telling him.
MVP says the belt's mine. And MVP,
look at that.
MVP doing the respectful thing. MVP acknowledging you were the better
Ladies
man
and
tonight.
gentlemen, give it up for MVP and Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Fans, he goes down in the record books right here in El Dorado, Arkansas. A heavyweight championship change as MVP, his second reign over and done with, and your new.
And remember the stakes. It wasn't just the title.
It's true. The beer was at hand as well. And MVP, a man of his word, he promised that he would serve the beer. If he lost, he would serve it to Chavo. Chavo made the same stipulation. And MVP handing the beer over to Chavo Guerrero Jr., the new world-class heavyweight champion, as both men with the beers popped open, and both men signifying a toast to each other as they respect each other's ability in the ring, and they salute the great world-class fans who have assembled here to watch this outstanding main event.
Cut the music! Stop! Stop!
What's going on?
Stop!
Whoa, what's happening here? Oh God, it's Flexi.
Stop it right there!
Now look, you have nothing to do with this match,
Whoa,
Flexi.
Hey, Flexi's out here doing his job. Head of security. It's a tedious position.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
Do you gentlemen have any idea what you're doing?
I don't think you have any idea what you're doing.
Oh, okay. Well.
Listen here, Mr. P. I'm not in the mood for you. And you, Mr. Guerrero, I've chased you around this place all day, and you want to pull something like this? You know that you are both. You guys are both in violation of Arkansas Athletic Code 1645C, stating there will be no alcoholic beverages in the ring in this time. We're shutting this show down. We're shutting it down.
Well, I mean,
put it down.
That was the main event. The show basically is over anyway.
Put it down.
Well, it's not over
Put the
until
beers down. Gentlemen.
Well, it's not over until an MVP is going to put Flexi in his place. And he may be hurt, but he still can connect with the playmaker on Flexi Team Justice. And I think MVP
This
maybe
ain't show respect for authority.
not just well, no, it's not. But it's going to allow Chavo Guerrero Jr. to do something here.
Wait.
Much to the fans' delight. At least I know that's what Chavo wants to do. Assuming that his knee will hold up to allow him to do it. Chavo looking to go to the top rope.
Now this is not kids at home. This is a bad example. You should not by any stretch of the imagination disobey orders of authority figures.
Yes, this is a bad example. Flexi T Justice is a horrible example of a human being.
Oh, stop it, Vernon.
He's barely one step above a mall cop.
He was put into this position. It's not right.
And he is just on the receiving end of the position of the frog splash from your new world-class heavyweight champion, Chavo Guerrero Jr. A sign of respect there from the former champ to the current champ. Fans, for Travis Valhart, I'm CM Vernon. Tune in again next week as the revolution continues to be televised.